And welcome back to our show. Just a small reminder that we have DreamWorks Investment Limited Company giving you the very best, turning your dreams into reality. And how do they do this? They plan your work or they manage your project until it's done. And after it's done, they give you the very best interior decoration and exterior decoration. All you need is to make a call and they will give you every single detail you need as you need it. So now back to the session. We are talking about blood donation. Now, what process do I take? Immediately I get to the hospital, or immediately maybe we have the St. John's people, maybe the tents and giving out blood. What happens immediately I get there?
What usually happens when you get to a center or a makeshift that has been maybe in town for people to donate, first thing, you are welcomed.
Okay. You have to feel comfortable.
Yeah, you have to feel comfortable because sometimes people usually have tension
and panic.
and those panics because of the maybe shindano, they are not used to dungo and all that. So you are taken into a session by an expert, a doctor, okay, who will prepare you psychologically that you are here and you are voluntarily, okay, taking yourself there to donate blood. Okay. So these are some of the benefits that you'll have by donating blood. Okay. Then from there, they will test the level of the blood you have. Okay, to just prick. Then mixed with a certain chemical to test the level of the blood that you have. Because you can have low levels of blood, they will just detect immediately, and you'll be advised whether to continue or not. Okay? And that is not testing blood; it is checking the levels.
The level of blood.
Yes. So you need to have the proper levels of blood, so as you can be able to donate. And from there, if when they are okay now with your levels, they are advised now to queue. Once now getting to
the testing now itself.
Not testing, donating now.
Donating. So we don't have the procedures where we can test whether HIV positive.
No, not at that level.
Not at that level.
Now when you get to the queue or you get now to the bed and you are prepared and you donate, you give the pints and all that is needed, your brand will be labeled. Okay? And your details. From there, when the correction is done, the brand will be tested later in a different facility. They will go there and do brand testing and all that.
Collecting facility is not the same as the.
It is not the same as the testing level. Okay. Because after testing, that is the time you get now the donor card. It will be indicating your brand group, okay, with all those rhesus factors and all that. Then, if there will be any problem detected, okay, you'll be called for advice and counseling, okay, because the brand cannot be transfused having not been tested. Okay, they have to qualify the brand for banking now. Okay, or even take that maybe the brand that is not okay for other future investigations for students who are doing the medical courses and all that. Okay, that way. So the testing is not done at the collection center. No. It is done after collecting the blood in a different facility. Because you realize that town. Hakuna hiyo time. Hata kungekuwa na hiyo time, you can't just tell people, Grace, come, your brand is this one and this one and this. That cause tension for everybody. So you take it to a center, then testing will be done as per blood. Okay, and the labeling and all that. It is brand group this, just this and this. There are some brands that can be cleared, okay, that way. Yeah, so it is a process
It's a
that is
process.
friendly. It's a
Now,
process that's very friendly.
yes, thank you for the friendly reminder. Now we are checking about now St. John's or within Embu. If I am not comfortable going to the hospital, kuna watu hawapendi environment ya hospital. Maybe I feel like I want to donate. Can I go through St. John's, or what procedure should I take?
One, we usually have drives. We call them brand donation drives, whereby we erect tents within maybe town, okay, and request people to come and donate that way. So, but you can't, in our center, you can't walk in our center and donate. That is done at the brand transfusion center, at the EPGH, that way. But for community target, we take the drives now to where people are. Then you correct brand together with, it is not only St. John alone or one institution. It is a collective responsibility of multi agencies. Maybe the brand transfusion, they are there, center, they are there. We have nurses, doctors who are there to assist and all that. Then our people are there also to mobilize people. Yeah, drum for the exercise. Yes.
Now, this is the part where I am volunteering to give out my blood. What if I have an emergency? Maybe we have a hospital emergency. We need blood urgently. Can I use St. John's to reach to a donor?
Yes, it is easier. What usually happens, people usually call us that St. John ambulance, I'm in their need of blood, or we have a relative who needs blood. What we usually advise is that we can make arrangement. We call the brand transfusion center. We usually request now the caller, can you be able to get some people who can come, okay, and join our people to go and give blood, okay? That means what? When we get that communication, we can ally to different social media. Okay, I can call Uvoro and say request. Maybe people can be mobilized through your media to come and give blood. That procedure. Okay, but now we can't call the center to say that we have 1, 2, 3. Kindly give us blood. We know the procedure. We need to have people to go and donate to replace the one that will be used.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, how can people or groups organize a blood drive in St. John's? Maybe as the youths, we feel like we need to donate blood. How can we organize that and reach out to you?
It is very easy. If we have someone, a contact person, who can be able to mobilize people who can come and join hands. We look for resources. We come where you are, and we take up the drive. Yes. That is the procedure. Yeah, you come report that we are in an institution, and maybe we feel we can be able to have a brand donation drive. Then we can take that opportunity to drum for that event and mobilize more people, and they come and give blood.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Now, what if I am interested in joining St. John's as a volunteer? What are the requirements and what's the procedure?
To join St. John is free. As we started by saying, it is a voluntary organization or charitable organization. So it's just a matter of walking in if you have a passion to serve.
Okay.
We always empower our people and also tell our people, for you to be able to serve people well, you need to have a passion. That passion in you will give it a chance whereby you can be able to exercise it, okay, and put the service into practice. That I can be able to serve people freely in the communities, people in need, people who are involved in different incidences and all that. People in emergency, you have to have that passion. You feel good when you serve. Yeah.
So within Embu County, within the locations that you serve currently, how is the response to the volunteers that you have, and those who are willing to volunteer?
Let me say that people have that spirit. They have the spirit of serving humanity. And you know, service to humanity is service to God.
Yeah. True.
So for those who love God, they love to serve the other people.
Yeah.
I can't find you in a mess and I leave you just in that mess. So I'll come in and assist. That is the concept, okay, of serving other people. So I have found that many young people, they are ready to volunteer on their free time. And let me say that you volunteer during your own free time.
Your own free time. It's not a full-time.
It is not a full-time voluntary service. Even when we are calling volunteers, same, you will be able to volunteer during your own free time. Okay? Because you realize that maybe you are at work, you are working somewhere, or you are somewhere furthering your education and all that, and you feel I need to serve. Maybe on Saturdays it's when you are available. Maybe on Sundays it's when you are available. We can empower you even to serve in your church and serve people there. Imagine when you have a first aider and in the service you are there taking care of the people's health. You are serving. Yes, serving, it has a very different dimensions and there are different ways you can be able to serve. Yes.
Wow.
That too.
Amazing. It has been an amazing session.
Yes.
I really have a lot of questions that I think I'll have to schedule another time.
Yeah, no problem.
Because hey.
No problem.
Yes. So if I am interested, how can I get to you or how can I reach out to St. John's?
For you to be able to get to St. John here in Embu, you can contact us through 0786 214 331, or you can reach me through 0721 697927. Or when you call those numbers, you'll be able to reach us. And maybe before we end the program, I may maybe requested to thank our people, to thank the different institutions, to thank Uvoro, to thank community of Embu that voluntarily participated in our Save a Life Walkathon on 3rd of May. People came, people turned, and we were overwhelmed by joy. And because we had over 800 people who came to walk that day, and we were able to raise substantial amounts that will be able to be brought back to the same community, to empower them on the issues of emergency response and safety. So there will be the community of Embu. They will be able to see different activities happening, maybe trainings, equipping people. It will be through the support and the donation that people give. To thank you also, Uvoro TV, for enabling us reach more people. Those who watched, those who listened to us through this media were happy because they got the information, and you see information is power. Well, we are here for the community as well, to ensure the community has all it needs, the communication and informing them with each and every detail. So I guess we will schedule for another session to understand more on blood donating. But before we leave, can you give them an emergency number for St. John's? The one that they need to call when there is an emergency. When there is an emergency, anywhere, just call the numbers I've given, 0721 697927, 0786 214 331. Wow, amazing, Mr. Nelson. Thank you. Thank you for the program, and also thank you, my viewer, for being part of us, and thank you for learning with us. Until next time, I am Nyambura Kamau, and this is the Health Hub Show.